my beautiful people. Good evening, good evening. I had to get on here. I'm on day 3, y'all. Day 3. Today has been a day. I didn't even go into work today. So, even though it's considered a working day, I wasn't there. Look, I couldn't sleep and then up, didn't, like I said, then my nerve, had the BGs. I said, oh, no, no, no. So it just is what it is. But I did not even go into work today. So, but this is day 3. Day 3, 3 more working days left because I'm going down to 0. And just staying, figuring stuff out for myself. I am just staying prayerful, like I say, prayerful, in an attitude of gratitude, thanking God, believing God, trusting God, and surrendering all to God. And at the end of the day, I know that this is a me thing. You know, like I said, being a Virgo who's analytical and logical, stuff had to make sense. Always having a plan, always being in control. To surrender complete control is a different way of life. It is something that I have had to learn through trial and error up until this point, and that is what I have been learning over these last 2 years through all of the hardships, all of the lessons, all of the trials, tribulations. At first I was forged in the fire, and now over these last 2 years I've been forged in solitude. And I am very clear that me being forged in solitude was a God choice and a God thing, and a God requirement, because it allowed me to learn about myself, to stand strong on my own 2 feet, to do things, to sink or swim, to get it done for myself. No excuses, no justifications. It allowed me to let go of survival and all the mindsets, the scarcity, the poverty consciousness, the lack consciousness, the feeling that I had on people. I had people around me my whole life that did not value or appreciate the things that I did, yet I still had them there. It was also with somebody who had abandonment issues and trauma and just so many things. People were crutches for me. They were also, even though it wasn't the best treatment. Oh, that's my son. They call me, take me deeper than my feet could ever wander. And our faith will be made stronger in the presence of my Savior. Oh, I love that song. Spirit lead. Oh, where my trust is without borders. Hey, let me walk upon the waters. Ever you may call me. Take me deeper than my feet could ever wander. And my faith will be made stronger in the presence of my Savior. Oh, yes, my God, my God, my God. He has done it for me. He's doing it. And I got to get used to that, because every time I say he, I grew up with saying God is a he, and I know God is no gender. God is the beginning and the end all, the be all, everything. And I think when I thought about it, I think saying he, like with having father wounds and so many other things, never having a safe and protective place, never having safety, never having security, never having belonging, never having that validation or that pour in for myself. I think the connotation of he always gave me a source of comfort, to know that I had a strong presence, a strong masculine presence type of of mindset that it gave me a sense of comfort in that, and in thinking of it that way, and it is what it is. It's my God, my God, my God, my God. And my God has been so good to me. Like I say, over the last 2 years, God is the only thing that I've had to lean on. And it has been um, obvious that, again, I was forged in the fire coming through life. And these last 2 years forged in solitude. Like I say, the lessons and just so many things. I got sidetracked by my singing because you guys know I will break out in song and dance in a minute. You know, I was a singer and a dancer in a former life, and so it's so much more entertainer, like I say. And it'll just, I'll break out in song and dance in a minute. Um, Especially when I feel it in the spirit. So I'm just grateful to God for the lessons, and so, like I say, because I'm a hard learner, some of the lessons, like I say, God allowed me to bump my head, and it's like, okay, you gonna learn. You keep on going. You thinking, uh, yeah, you like giving me the grace and space to figure it out for myself, even though I knew, um, even though I knew innately and intuitively, still giving people the benefit of the doubt. And it was just like God stood back and watched, never left me, but stood back and watched while I learned my lesson. And at the end of the day, I learned to completely and unequivocally trust myself. So it has been some hard lessons, and some harder than others. And um, like I say, being forged in solitude has been, it's not easy at all. It's not for the faint of hearts. It's a lot of work. It's honesty. It's accountability. It's integrity. It's truth. It's like I say, it's hard lessons. It's having to be honest about yourself, family, people that you encounter, people in your life, relationships. The having to be honest about the treatment that you accepted, but also the things that you've allowed, the things that you've done. Because, like I say, I've always showed up and did things and was a support for people, but it doesn't mean that I've always did it right or made the right choices. Because I haven't always, I haven't always been this magnificent, wonderful woman that I am standing right here today. I've been through some things. I ain't always made the best choices or the right choices, but at the end of the day, um, we're human and we all fall short. And that's what I say. We got to speak to those areas that we weren't right, where we didn't make the right choices, even in having vices and things that that was also something that I let go over the last 2 years, my vices and the things that I clung to, which gave me a sense of comfort. I have gone up and down in my weight because at one point food was a comfort. Like I said, I've always been a big girl. So, like, just in everything that I'm dealing with, like I say, for a big girl to feel light, that's unheard of. Ain't no big girls feeling light. Like, I feel light like a feather, free like a bird. Look. And look, that's unheard of for a big girl. So, it just is what it is. But I know I would not be at this place and space in my life if it was not for my God. And over the last, like I say, with nobody being around, not having support, not having the help or the assistance or the support for myself, God was the only one that I can lean on. God, my therapist. And like I say, I'm grateful. I am grateful to God for the grace, the mercy, the growth, the expansion, the healing, the lessons. I'm grateful to God for choosing me. Because look, I'm divinely connected with God. Me and God got a special relationship. Like I'm close. Okay, so my divine connection. I'm grateful to God for choosing me and loving me the way that God does. I'm grateful for my identity in God because it called me to rise higher. Um, it also, I had to take accountability. I had to, like I said, I had to rise up. However, that identity also taught me how to love and respect and honor myself. And this leaving work and letting go of a job of 19 and a half years that ultimately is no longer feeding my soul and my spirit, ultimately would have long term caused me more of a demise, and cost me personally. God is letting me know that it is time for me to let go of control. And because at the end of the day, there's a whole lot of stuff we don't have control over, even when we think we do. So surrender the control that I think I had, because I never had any in the first place. So surrender the control that I thought I had, let go. And I say I surrender all. So it's, and God is not one of force. So when you have those intuitive nudges and that discernment, you have free will choice on what it is that you're going to do and choose. So of course I could stay at a job that I've been at 19 and a half years and work to retirement when I know that it's just not feeding me, it's not pouring into me, it's not fulfilling me, it's not satisfying me, and ultimately it's not a place that provides me any happiness or satisfaction any longer. So I could stay there, but ultimately it would be at the expense of myself, as so much other choices that I made in my life. And I'm no longer living anything at the expense of myself. I'm worthy of having ease. I'm worthy of receiving. I'm worthy of being taken care of. I'm worthy of luxury. I'm worthy of abundance. I'm worthy, like I say, I am going to surrender all. I am going to let go completely. I'm going to take this leap of faith, and I am going to let God lead without a doubt. Anywhere that God leads me, I will go. I don't, whether it's staying here in Washington, moving somewhere else, or like I've never been this open as I am right now, because I've always felt obligated to be here. So, like, wherever God tells me to go, even if God has me move to another state, another place, another location, guess what? I'm leaving, hey, on that midnight train or plane or whatever it is, to wherever God has me going. I will be on there. No ifs, ands, or buts. Like, that is how much I believe in God, how much I trust God, and how good God has taken care of me over these last couple of years. Because I didn't grow up in the church. It's not a relationship that I've always been connected with. And then through my healing therapy, drawing closer to God, like I say, being forged in solitude, being forged in fire. Faith is also forged in the fire. Like, we can't say we believe God for some things and then we hang on and maintain control and lean to our own understanding and make up our own stories, because that's what I've always done. But guess what? I ain't doing that no more. My God, my God has been too good to me. And like I say, for everything that God has carried me through in my life, even over these last 2 years, like standing strong on my own 2 feet, not having any help, having so much stuff going on, missing work, not having any income, income being short, having to take leave without pay. But guess what? Bills are still paid. God is still allowing me to maintain. I still got food on the table. I still been able to take care of myself and do what I need to do. Even with vehicles breaking down, transportation on the bus. Like, I'm just staying in the attitude of gratitude and moving. Look, when I move, you move just like that. Look, I'm gonna make it do what it do. And like I say, it ain't gonna be no frustration, it ain't gonna be no complaining, it's gonna be thanks and gratitude. Because at the end of the day, like I say, God has maintained, God has provided, God has been my shelter, my provider, my protector, my safe place, my refuge, and so many other things, my confidant, my correction, like I say, though I knew, like I say, let me know just how special I am, and let me know exactly who I am and who I'm meant to be and who I've always been called to be. And God believed in me even when I didn't believe in myself. And like, because of God's love, I now know who I am. I now know whose I am. I know the greatness that is waiting for me. I know what I'm capable of. I know what I'm worthy of receiving. No explanation, no doubt, no fear, no second guessing. Like, I know, because of my God. And I am, my God, my God, my God, I am so thankful. 3 days left. And like I say, 48 and getting better, baby. The first half of my life, it was what it was. It got me here. Like I say, all of the struggles, trials, tribulations, all the versions of myself I've been, like I say, I'm proud of every one of them, because they got through, they endured, they withstand, and they got us here today. And they did a damn good job, and I'm proud of them. Every version of myself I'm proud of. It wasn't easy, but damn it, we did it. And this version of me right now, like, we gonna live the life of our wildest dreams. I'm gonna give them everything that they deserve. And I'm only here at this point because they endured, they withstood, and they survived through it all. They had a survivor and warrior spirit, never giving up. And like I say, every version of myself that I've been, I'm so proud of me. I'm so proud of me. And I'm so grateful to God for my healing, my growth, and my expansion, and for my badass therapist, Dr. Guru. Ooh, it don't get no better than that. I'm telling you. He is super fly. He is one bad mother. Ooh, shut your mouth. Yes, he is. And I'm so thankful and grateful for him, because he has held my hand through the valleys and talked me off the ledges and talked up to me, and because of who he is, he is been able to show me and teach me and be the example of who I am and what's possible. So I'm so grateful. Like I say, 3 days left, y'all, and I'm taking this leap, because I know with my God, not only am I going to fly, I know, with every fiber of my being, I am going to soar, and I am going to live the life of my wildest dreams. And it's coming, y'all. It's coming. Ooh, 3 days and counting, my beautiful people. Y'all have a good night. You have a sweet dreams. Rest well. Take good care of yourselves. Be good to yourselves. Be kind and gentle with yourselves, and have some grace for yourselves. And make sure that you're doing something nice for yourself to put a smile on your face. Ooh, to put some joy in your heart, to put some pep in your step and make you feel good. Yes. Y'all have a great night, and I will talk to you sooner than later, my beautiful people. Mwah. Woo! 3 days. Mwah.